Today, you're not going to hear me talk about the cliche things you've already heard, things like you need to be a problem solver or you need to think outside the box and design for your target audience. Oh no. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 skills that truly successful designers do need in 2025, and that starts with this emerging skill right here. Too many designers still build layouts without asking one crucial question. Where is this design going, physically speaking? This is important to ask, and let's look at why it's such a crucial skill to master. So you're designing for a client's Instagram account. You've got, 1080 by 1350 pixels to work with, and the audience notoriously swipes quite fast on IG. That means your hierarchy needs to be vertical with quick entry points, clear rhythm, and strong anchors in the first third of the image. But on LinkedIn, the layout shifts. You'll need more breathing space and a better use of white space to hold attention in scroll stop conditions. And the first skill here is layout fluency. It is that ability to adapt a design across different platforms, different contexts, and it's quite a rare skill in designers this day and age. It's something hugely important, however. Learn what type of layout structures thrive on each platform. Stacked versus horizontal, fast versus slow pacing, compact versus expansive composition. What you're developing here is platform fluency, and in 2025, designers who can adapt layouts with platform-first logic will lead the pack. And that's because many clients, especially the higher paying ones, don't just want one great design. They want a system that works everywhere, fluently. Layout theory is nothing new. We've all heard of these Z-pattern grid systems and golden ratios. In 2025, it's not just how we arrange the elements, it's why we need to arrange them. With AI now generating more templated layouts than ever before, the role of the designer has changed. Clients and users can now spot what feels auto-generated. Well, for now, anyway. But this is where layout psychology becomes your edge. When you deliberately guide attention using visual hierarchy, spatial tension, or strategic imbalance, you create layouts that feel more human, better quality, and just more authentic. Now, it could be something like placing a CTA slightly off-center to activate curiosity, or intentionally breaking grid alignment in a specific section to create emotional tension. And a great example of this is the branding work by Collins on this identity refresh here. Just look at how they anchor key messages with wide spacing and understated contrast. The layouts guide the eye through emotion, not just with strict, predictable order. And so in the modern day, what is surfacing is making layouts or designs that feel more human. AI can structure, but it cannot feel intention. So the takeaway here is the more you understand what makes layout decisions psychologically impactful, the more irreplaceable your work will become. Now, if you're an experienced graphic designer or you're part of a creative team working with a range of different clients, you will likely know this feeling. Clients sending you feedback in a string of emails, vague comments like "make it pop," and never knowing which version is the final one. As a result, projects slow down, deadlines get missed, and teams end up overwhelmed. But instead, you can streamline proofing and approvals with GoProof. This keeps everything, feedback, versions, and approvals organized in one place. And instead of scattered email threads, every comment and revision happens in real time right on the design itself. So no more digging for that latest version, or no more second guessing the feedback. And with GoProof's seamless integration with Monday.com, the entire review process becomes part of your existing workflow. So there's no need to switch between tools, because projects will stay on track and approvals will move faster. And if you're managing multiple design versions, GoProof offers automatic version control, allowing you to track changes effortlessly and compare versions side by side. And this obviously ensures that everyone is aligned on the latest iteration. And that means less back and forth, fewer headaches, and a more efficient creative process. Also with GoProof, you can invite an unlimited amount of collaborators to come and review your work. Clients and team members can leave precise on-screen annotations, providing clear, actionable input that guides your revisions. So instead of just make it pop, you get actionable input that actually does help. And to learn more about GoProof and how it can be very vital to your workflow, just click that link in the description box below. Design Ops is no longer just for big agencies. And if you don't know what Design Ops is, let's get into it. Design Ops stands for Design Operational Systems, and even solo designers need to understand how their work fits into operational systems. Let's take, for example, a logo design client. More than likely, that client will want a scalable, flexible asset that behaves consistently across different formats. So if you hand off your logo design to a client and you just send them a PNG, EPS, and AI file, then you are missing this ops layer of the profession. A smart logo delivery might look something like this: a primary mark, a secondary lockup, an icon-only version, and a grayscale version. But beyond that, explain when to use each of these. Include a usage sheet with margin rules and contrast tips. That's operational thinking. It reduces brand inconsistency, and it shows clients that your logos aren't just aesthetically pleasing, but they're built for real-world use and situations. So yeah, learn the workflow beyond the artwork, because that's where headaches are either made or prevented for your clients. Nowadays, it's not just about pairing fonts, it's actually controlling typography like an entire system, something that does traverse all formats or platforms, and does speak in terms of psychology and tone. A lot of designers still think of typography in fixed choices. So something like, here's my heading font or here's my body font. But the best out there are looking at things like X height harmony, axis variation, and optical size across platforms and designs. Imagine working on a mobile app and then actually a desktop site using the same brand font. Now, if you opt for a variable font, it might actually allow you to use expanded letterforms on desktop for readability and more condensed styles on mobile without switching different font families. You can also adjust weights dynamically, so for instance, reducing font weights at larger sizes so it doesn't overpower the layout. And now here's where X height harmony does matter. When pairing fonts, it's not enough that they quote-unquote look good together. They need to work well together at a deeper level. A display serif with a short X height might look awkward next to a geometric sans serif with tall uniform lowercase letters. This imbalance throws off visual rhythm, unless it's intended, of course, for the brief. But more often than not, what you're looking for is proportional alignment. And you can use tools like xheightable to hunt out the perfect ratio comparisons. And that might help you find font pairs that sit naturally alongside each other, especially in body plus subheaded combos. Now this keeps the flow clean and it avoids that awkward staggered baseline that you don't want on your designs. And here's the key skill that you do need to be reminded of. Treat typography like a system across a project or multiple designs. The designers who learn to control typography fluidly and not just pick out a font to use will build better, smarter layouts in every single context. Now the next skill is a subtle one, but it's really powerful. And that skill is to learn visual compression in your projects. In a world of shrinking screens, smaller attention spans, and tighter design briefs, your ability to compress meaning into minimal forms is critical. Strategic visual compression means communicating a whole idea or concept with just a few pixels. And this might sound impossible or near impossible or even crazy, but hear me out. It's about translating brand values, product features, or emotions into distilled, memorable visuals. And practically, start thinking in layers as a designer. So what is the core message? Can a supporting shape or color add meaning without more clutter? Can text or tone carry what visuals don't? This skill does take time to master and to cultivate, but it makes your designs more iconic, more adaptable, and more effective. And so if your designs feel overcomplicated, this might be a missing skill. It's all about saying more by doing less, really. And to quickly summarize things so you can cement today's video into your design mind. Platform first composition. Great design isn't about how it looks, it's about how it works on a specific platform or the physical print that it's going to inhabit. Layouts that feel intentional, emotional, and human will often outperform layouts that just follow the rules. Delivering smart design means thinking beyond aesthetics, it's how it fits into the real-world system. Typography should flex, adapt, and scale like a system, not just sit rigidly on one-size-fits-all choices. Strategic visual compression. This is the ability to distill meaning into minimal, high-impact visuals, and it's what makes modern design truly unforgettable. But if you want to learn some more crucial skills as a graphic designer, just click that video on the screen. But until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.